In a world torn apart by war and greed, where kings fought for glory and empires rose and fell like waves in the desert, one man rose above them all, not for power, not for gold, but for honor. His name echoed through time, Salahaddin al-Ayyubi, the Lion of Islam. Feared by his enemies, respected by them even more. He wasn't just a warrior, he was a legend born from faith, justice, and mercy.
وعليكم السلام.
Salahaddin was born in 1137 in the fortress city of Tikrit, Iraq. On the very night he was born, his father, al-Ayyubi, was forced to leave the city. A strange omen for a child destined to wander between fate and glory. He grew up during one of the darkest times for the Muslim world. The Crusaders had carved kingdoms in the Holy Land, and Muslim rulers were divided, fighting each other instead of uniting against the invaders. But in young Salahaddin's heart, there was no hatred, only purpose. He was quiet, thoughtful, and loved studying religion, philosophy, and poetry. He never imagined himself a soldier, yet destiny had other plans. Serving under his uncle, Shirkuh, and his master, Nur ad-Din Zengi, Salahaddin entered the military world. He learned discipline, loyalty, and the meaning of leadership not from books but from the battlefield. When his uncle died in Egypt, Salahaddin, still young, was appointed commander. Many doubted him, too humble, too quiet, too kind to be a ruler. But within a few years, he unified Egypt, strengthened its defenses, and reformed its government. He rejected luxury, rebuilt mosques, and earned the trust of his people through fairness. After the death of Nur ad-Din, the Muslim world once again fell into chaos. But Salahaddin refused to let the dream die. He marched through Syria and Iraq, not as a conqueror but as a unifier. His message was clear: together we stand, divided we fall. City after city joined his cause, and soon, the crescent banners of unity waved once more across the Middle East. When Salahaddin entered Jerusalem, the world expected bloodshed, revenge for decades of Crusader atrocities. But he did what no one expected: mercy. He ordered that no civilian be harmed. Churches were protected, and Christian families were allowed to leave safely. He said, "We do not fight for hatred, we fight for justice." Even his enemies, the knights and priests of Europe, wrote of his honor. He became a legend even in their lands. But Europe would not accept defeat. The mighty King Richard the Lionheart led the Third Crusade to reclaim Jerusalem. Though they fought fierce battles, Salahaddin and Richard shared a strange bond of respect. When Richard fell ill, Salahaddin sent his personal doctor to treat him. When his enemies were hungry, he sent food. To him, chivalry was not a mask, it was his nature. Salahaddin ruled with humility. He wore simple clothes, slept among his soldiers, and gave away his wealth to the poor. When he died in 1193, he left behind no treasure, only a sword, a shield, and a name that would live forever. Even centuries later, the West remembers him not as an enemy, but as a symbol of honor. He was a leader who proved that strength without compassion is tyranny, and mercy without strength is weakness. He was the perfect balance, the kind of leader the world rarely sees. This is the story of Salahaddin al-Ayyubi, the warrior who conquered hearts and reclaimed a civilization.
Salahaddin.